Practice zone 6, the farmer carry. We're going to farmer carry 100 meters with either 120 pounds for men, 6-pound dumbbells, or 80 pounds for women, 40-pound dumbbells. In a DEKA strong and DEKA mile, you're going to go out and back in a 10-meter course. Down and back is 1. You're going to do 5 of those. In a DEKA fit, you're going to weave through a little zigzag course, and it's a lot faster because you don't actually have to stop and turn around. So ways to get better at the farmer carry. 1, practice. Ha ha ha. All right. The most important thing with the farmer carry is posture. You got to keep your chest up, your shoulders back, keep your weight evenly distributed. As you fatigue, you kind of crowd your arms forward, close down your shoulders, which compresses your lungs, which means less air. But if you can keep your chest up, it keeps your lungs open, so you have the ability to take in more oxygen, and oxygen is what you need to keep racing. Also, grip endurance. How long can you hold the weights? If you can't hold them for a minute, you should work on that outside of your race. If you can't hold your race weight for a minute, practice lighter weights, and that way you can build up to it, build that endurance. You're going to work a lot of the flexor muscles. You also need to work the extensor muscles. So when you're training, do training where you squeeze here and fight to open your fingers. That's going to train the complementary muscles on the back of your hand. That'll increase your strength. How we grip the dumbbell is very important too. If you have a death grip and you're squeezing as hard as you can, you're going to waste all your energy. Your grip strength's going to go like that. This is our 3rd grip endurance station in a row. We have the sit-ups where we're squeezing the ball. Then we have the ski where we're skiing. Now we got to hold this big weight. So what you want to do is hold the farmer carry weight, hold the dumbbell as light as possible and not drop it. Use as little effort as possible. And then when you start losing it, hike it back up. And then when you start losing it again, lean it forward and it'll sit on the back of your hand. That'll save your grip so you can get that minute down and back. So questions to think about. How fast can you move with the weights? Well, if you run, yes. Run with the weights. If you can run faster, you don't have to hold them as long, right? So that's going to decrease the amount of grip endurance you need. So move swiftly. Do you need to sprint the whole thing? No. You're coming off the ski, even if you paced it well, you're probably going to be a little fatigued. And we all know what's next. The bike. So we don't want to blow ourselves up on this farmer's carry. But we do want to keep it under a minute. So move swiftly. I recommend 2 down and backs pretty quick or 3 down and backs pretty quick, and then slow it down to a fast walk for down and back 4 and 5. That way you can kind of regather yourself before you move on to the bike. But trial and error, like I said in every other video, different strategies for different people. Figure out what works best for you. How are you going to get through the farmer carry as fast as possible and still be able to do the bike efficiently? I mentioned in the fit, you get to weave through a course, and that's faster than the strong and mile. So the strong and mile, the reason that it takes longer is because you literally stop and turn around. So how do we get faster at the turnarounds? I see some people walk to the line, they're over the line, then they stop, they turn around, then they go, wasting so much time. You want to get over the line, tap, and go as quickly as possible. That's going to save you as much time as you can, and less time carrying the weights means you're more efficient. Here's a couple drills you can do to get more agility. So you're going to carry the weights. Again, if you can't handle the race weights yet, do a lighter weight. But we want to get used to moving swiftly with the weights. So we're going to use the agility ladder here, and we're going to go through some agility drills. You can do whatever drills you want. This is just the one I choose because we got to stop, turn, and so on. So pick up the weights. Lastly, practice the actual movements where you run down, stop, toe tap, and turn. While you're doing that, practice turning in each direction. See which one seems easier for you. Do we want to turn right or turn left? One of those is probably going to be easier naturally, or you can alternate, turn left on one end, turn right on the other end, and see what works best for you. Ultimately, we want to keep this under a minute, so practice. Don't spend more than a minute at a time practicing the farmer carry, because in the race, you're not going to take that long. So short, fast intervals, and then take a long rest. maybe 15, 20, 15 seconds if you want to move really fast, rest. If you want to get that grindy feel, go for 30 to 45 seconds. And then also test your 100 meters down and back and see how long that takes. So in summary, posture, agility, hold the weights as light as you can, then lean them forward after a few passes when you start losing your grip, and move swiftly. This is less time holding the weights. The faster you get done with the farmers, the faster you can move on to the next station. Check out the next video on how to master the assault bike.